Never again.
And it's also just kind of fun to create content around it, to document it. I just don't really want to have the overarching pressure that I typically apply to myself. I'm such a person who doesn't, like, when I want to do something, I just do it. I don't wait until like the first of the year or Monday. I just start. And I started this during my period on a Thursday. So I'm tracking Thursdays to Thursdays. So I realized the weight I started with, which was at 175-ish. I'm 5'5", by the way. I'm not a comfortable 175. Like, so there's some people who carry their weight and they feel comfortable and confident. For me, my target isn't about being less than 150 pounds, maybe 145, like lean. But really this initial 12 weeks, I just want to get to 160 again. I was there last year. My thyroid got thrown off a little bit. A lot of times when I am working at home, I let the babies run freely and I get a lot of steps in at home. That way I don't have to worry about logistics, getting dressed, all the things that are required to get out of the house or go to the gym and get my steps in. I have run like 5 miles just between my home, the playroom, the second story, the stairs, just to make sure I don't have an excuse in meeting my steps for the day. This is an example of that. And if I'm totally honest with you, a part of this challenge was to force my hand to get back into the gym. I spent a lot of times doing steps at home because, again, the logistics of getting out the house. But I'm really trying to make sure that I prioritize my mental well-being, taking forced rest, forced breaks from myself and the kids. But whenever I'm at home, I find a way to get my steps in, and that could be running the stairs, it could be walking in place. Because I have 2 under 2 at home with me, a lot of times I am carrying somebody somewhere in some capacity. And it's funny, when I trained for my Spartan that I did last year, I did so little weightlifting training. So much of my weightlifting came from lifting 2 babies and walking around the house non-stop. And when I tell you non-stop, I mean for about an hour, multiple times a day if I have an opportunity to. But that's just been the approach that I've had, and now I am prioritizing taking time for myself. So today is day 5 of my challenge. Today is Tuesday. I started this challenge on Thursday, and this first 3 weeks I just gave myself the goal of consistency. Because frankly, I think I shared already, but I can't remember. In 2022, I was really struggling with my weight, and largely it was due to the fact that I just left my corporate job. I had so much like nervous system detoxing I needed to do around anxiety and boundaries and all these other things. Excuse me. And so my stress was largely triggering my weight gain and my thyroid and all these other things. And so I started the year in like, I think in my highest, which was the most I've ever weighed, not being pregnant. Like even pregnant, I never weighed this much. I think I started the year last year when I said that I was going to lose weight. I started the year and I gained 5 more pounds by the end of quarter 1. I think that put me at like 187 or something like that. So ultimately last year I lost 15 pounds when I really prioritized myself. I gained a few of them back from the holiday weight. I started this goal with the intent of not really being so harsh on myself as far as what I do. It's just staying consistent. I'm really spending 2023 prioritizing consistency over intensity. And to help with the water weight loss is walking, getting 30 minutes in every single day. And then I've started the last 3 days to incorporate some wellness shots, and that's it. Somebody decided to fall off the couch, so he's here with me now. For week 1, just to recap, I realized that 30-minute commitment for my walking was a great initial goal, but it wasn't a stretch enough. I don't want a real stretch goal, but it was too easy. I'm going to increase it to 45 minutes for week 2 stay there. I'm not going to look at or consider increasing the steps or adding the step goal. The funny thing about committing to this one simple goal is I never met a single one of my original step goals that I set for myself, which was 8,200 steps. And that was something I was doing really well before this first week experiment. That's a little bit frustrating, but I'm not trying to think about it. Week 2, I am going to give myself the goal of 45-minute window. And I think I'm going to cut off by 4 p.m. because I found that it was lingering over my head after a certain hour, and I think that was a part of why I wasn't able to reach the goal or just get frustrated in the process. So I'm going to give myself a cutoff time, but that's it. I'm not going to add any additional commitments there. I want to start thinking about my water goal. I'm struggling with water because it's colder right now and I like room temperature water, but that's it. That is how week 1 went. I will, at the end of this little experiment, show you the physical part of what this has done for me as far as bloating is concerned, because I feel really good. I feel good. There are so many reasons people go on wellness journeys, weight loss journeys, and mine is largely because I know what happens with the thyroid. It doesn't get better, it just gets worse. I just had an ultrasound on my thyroid just to see how it's performing and how it looks. So I just want to get ahead of it or slow it, you know what I mean? But that's the first week recap. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, any takeaways. Are you doing any fun, simple challenges for your weight loss goals for this year? Thank you for watching. If you like this type of content and you want to follow this series that I'm doing, I'd love for you to join me in this journey as we go through this. So if you can't hit the notification bell, hit all so that you can get notified. And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't when I create content. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions I can answer, or if you feel like any of this resonates with your journey and how you approach your fitness goals.